What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And it's it's been a long one, but also it hasn't been that painful until now. You know, today this happened, right? And if you don't understand what this means, it means that if either not with this could mean two things. If either have not traded on this account or have not deposited anything, but from what you saw previously, this just means that I, in other words, blew this account, right? I blew this capital. I just gave it away like that, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to be from this, like these two right here, these two trades from this, because these two trades alone give me 1,000, right? These two oil trades alone give me 1,000, right? And these other ones give me like 100 and something, 100 and something, 100 and some of them is like 140 something, 140 something, both of them. And the others is like 170. Well, actually, not four of them, three of them. And the other one is like 170 something. This one is 170 something, which I would have gotten right on this trade, which would have not only boosted, put me way more where I was at. I would have made profit, but I didn't. And before anything else, I want to explain this. So let me explain this, right? Let me explain this oil trade. Look at it now, right? Perfect. This is a perfect trade. This is one of those trades you look at and you go, wow, right? As much as I'm happy that I was able to catch this trade, I was able to identify it and actually catch it. The hard part that hits the most is not being able to capitalize on it, which hurts, right? It hurts physically, and it definitely hurts emotionally, and it hurts bad, right? Emotionally, it's killing me right now as I watch it move to where my take profit is, right? This is I don't even know what to say. This one hurts. And I want to put back something. I want to put back this. Where was it? This path right here. So you guys see, I haven't really this stuff were already here, right? This were already here. Already here, right? This was already here. Like on Sunday, I had all of this before I added my Asian low and today's Asian low, right? So let me just show you what I was looking at. I saw that we are in a slight consolidation, right? And as much as we respect our support, we also have to respect a resistance, right? We also have to respect our resistance. Now, this candlestick right here, this one, right? That is the candlestick that identified to me that we are respecting our resistance, right? Because also on the left, we have this touch. We got here, we immediately went down with this red candlestick, right? With this bearish candlestick, if I'm to use the correct terminology, with this bearish candlestick, right? From there, we went up again to retest, sort of, yeah, retest the um resistance and finally go down, right? So you look at it and you're saying, well, what's this purple line that you have in here? This is a daily support slash resistance. This is a point where the market tends to turn and sell or buy, right? It's a daily support slash resistance. So it's highly to be considerable, right? But I'm not looking at this purple line when I'm trading this. I'm looking at my current zones, my CSL, which is my consolidation support level, and my CRL is my consolidation resistance level. I'm looking at where the market has touched. So at this point right here, I knew that we are looking for sales, right? At this point, I knew we were looking for sales, even though we do have this small bullish uptrend, right? I'm looking for sales because not only is oil currently in a bearish market, it's bearish. It's been bearish for the longest of time, but it hasn't been always bearish. It was trapped in a consolidation. It's just that we have a bearish trend which was in the consolidation. Now it's outside of the consolidation, right? Slightly outside. So I'm looking to sell this. Bear in mind, I've been selling it since today is a what? Today is a Tuesday. I've been selling it since yesterday, since Monday, right? I've been selling it since Monday. It has been moving very, very, very perfectly. And then, like, today of all days, is when shit hits the fan. You can see it's a 1 to 6, you know, risk to reward, meaning I'm risking 1 to get 6.1, right? And you also have to understand that sometimes, well, let me just forget about that. It's not gonna happen every single time you trade, like hours like this, risk to reward ratios like this. They won't always happen, right? You'll get there. Maybe sometimes you would have sold here, and this would have happened, and instead of this happening, it would just have went up and just continued with the buy, right? Breaking outside and actually going up. But this was my anticipated movement, right? This was the anticipated movement which I saw and I entered, right? So at the top here, first thing first, I didn't follow my rules. So you might be asking, what do you mean? There's a rule that I didn't follow, which was my entry rules, how I enter trades. So the way I enter trades is by the break, I enter 3 trades, right? By the break, I enter 3 trades, but a maximum of 3 trades and a minimum of 2. So I actually followed the rule. Wow, am I fighting with myself? Okay. I followed the rules that I set out for myself, right? I entered 2 trades and I was waiting for the market to come to my agent low before I entered other multiple trades, but it didn't, right? It just continued. So I continued with those 2 trades. And then bear in mind, this wasn't the only trade that I was in, right? Like, this wasn't the only pair that I was trading. But I'll get to those ones later. With this trade, Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm emotionally, uh, you know, I'm emotionally hurt because of my actions right now. So with this trade, right? Wait, what happened now? Okay, we just had this little glitch. Okay, fine. With this trade, I left it, right? I left it running because obviously I want to hit this, and this is a more probable trade to this was more probable to actually sell than buy, the probabilities aligned with my direction, which is great. When you're trading like this and you're performing like this, it's actually great for something like this to actually happen, right? So everything is aligned. You're trading good, everything's good. And then um and then you get greedy because first things first, I want to explain when I say you get greedy is I had this, right? We have this here's my Asian low, which got broken, which indicated more sales, continuation of sales to the downside, which was great for me because I'm selling this pair, right? This means that we are not looking to go and retest this daily sub resistant now. So we're just looking to sell it. We're just looking for continuation sales. Fine, it's sold. And this candlestick right here, this 9 o'clock candlestick, this is based on my time also, right? This 9 o'clock candlestick, finally it breaks my Asian low, it closes below my Asian low, right? This is not only a signal for sales to me, it is also a confirmation of sales to me, right? I enter, sales. I open 2 trades, the same as before, right here, right? And then this happens, it comes back here. I open another trade. So now I'm holding 3 trades for today. I'm talking about today. I'm holding 3 trades, right? Bear in mind, since this week I've started, I have been in the red. I'll quickly explain that in a second. I take this trade right here, right? Oh, good. The market sells. I take another trade once this candle closes. Now it's 4 trades in a day. Now I've essentially broken my rule, right? I've essentially broken my rule. And this happens, I can tell you this week, somewhere above here, like above inside of my Asian session, that's where I lost everything. You're asking yourself, well, how much did you have in the account? The account, at some point, if I was to close all these trades, because I was left with all the oil trades, right? If I was to close all the oil trades, I would have had like 100, maybe 200 something, left in the account. Now let me show you this week. This is the initial deposit. These is the other losses. You look at these losses and you think, okay, they are, nothing drastic about these losses except for the silver, right? Except for the silver one. So you're asking yourself, why were you even on silver? I don't know. I saw silver. I was backtesting silver. It was last week Thursday or Friday, I think. I think it was Thursday. I was backtesting silver. Really analyzing, trying to see if my strategy worked, right? And obviously, you're working on past data, So yeah, it kind of it actually did. It actually worked. I analyzed, and from a past from that past data, I took like, what was it, 20 trades. I took like 20 trades. Was it 20 trades? Yeah, I think it was 20 trades. Yeah, not really like actual take. I just had scenarios where I would have taken the trade based on what was presented, right? And then I just saw it play out. And out of those 20 trades, I had 14 winners and 6 losers, right? Out of the whole bunch was 20. Out of those 20 trades. Out of 20 trades, 14 winners and 6 losers. Now, at this point, I don't really know how volatile, and not really volatile, how much you actually need to trade like these pairs, right? Like the gold and everything, even oil. So I'm thinking it's gonna be less, right? Compared to like gold and whatnot. But it's actually costs more to actually trade this than to trade gold. So that's the other part that I discovered when I took this trade, right? After these aligned losses right here, after these aligned losses, and after this big one, you're thinking like, okay, you should have lost the account a long time ago, but actually no. I hadn't lost the account because this trades these trades were keeping me alive, were keeping the account alive, actually, to be honest. These were the trades that were keeping the account alive. And this one hadn't closed because it closed today. You can see I took it on the 29th there. The time it tells you the time, and when it actually did close, and it closed today, right? Which is the 30th. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the 30th. It's the 30th right there. So this closes. My account says, yo, I got a message from my broker saying, yo, increase like the capital, or you're gonna get like stopped out or whatnot. But that was actually after I added all these other trades, because these trades I took them today, all of them. All of these trades were taken today. These 4 trades. And when you look at it, you look at the analysis, you say, okay, nothing's wrong with the analysis. It's going how you said it would. But how come you lost the account? Because something's is wrong with me. You know? Something is wrong with me and how I performed on this trade. This whole thing was my fault. And not only do I need to be better, and I know I should be better, this is why I haven't been profitable to the extent that I think, I imagine I can be. Because at some point you look at yourself and you say, I am the one who's holding myself back. Not because I don't know how to trade, not because I don't know how to analyze, but because I do not know and I do not recognize myself when I do some of the stuff that I do. Listen, I had no business adding another trade here. And you can say I had no business adding this trade here. You could say I had no business adding this trade, right? Adding like those 4 trades. You could say I had no business adding them. Why be greedy when you're almost there? This whole move was the one that was left. Right? This was what was left. From here, from here to here. Not from there, from here to here. This was what was left. And I got greedy close to the finish line. I got greedy close to the finish line, and now I left this alert here to tell me that, to actually alert me when this trade eventually hits the take profit, right? This could have been a very great trade and a very good trade, but my greediness turned it into a worst loss that I have experienced. I don't know if this video is gonna come out great with the audio and whatnot, but I don't edit anything. I'm just gonna post it just how it is. Now onto the message. What is it saying? It says, I failed to manage my emotions, which resulted in my revenge trading and over trading. I failed this trade because currently I'm performing at I'm not definitely not performing at my best. No, I don't want to zoom. Currently, I'm not performing at my best, and it's resulting and it's resulting in me losing winning trades. That's the sad part, guys. This is a winning trade. I know it hasn't hit my TP yet, but this is a winning trade. You can see this. It's a winning trade. A 1:6. This is a winning trade. And somehow I turned this into a loss. Let me show you the other trades. Let me show you Euro USD. I hope I didn't remove it. Okay, I removed it for today because I have to move on. Overall, this pair is in a bullish trend. Overall, it's in a bullish trend, and you can see it's in a bullish trend. I just took away the bottom trend line diagonal. I took the bottom trend line off so I can have this for the current market, right? We had a bullish trend. We broke outside, right? Once we broke outside, we had this, right? We had this at first. I did not trade this bearish candlestick. This bearish candlestick, I did not trade it. I did not trade this bullish candlestick. The only candlestick that I traded was this, right? Now let me show you. Let me show you what I did, right? First things first, let's go to the daily. Let's go back to the daily. We have this low right here, which is our lowest low. I think I just put it there as a resistance, but we do have it as a low also, right? Actually, here we have this low. I'm talking about here, right? We have this low, which got broken below, even though it's not a great break by this candlestick, this bearish candlestick right here, the one that the blue line is on, this candlestick for Wednesday. It broke our low. Now why would you say that's a low? That is a lower. Now we're having it's a low because it hasn't really been a lower low, right? It's a low. So we're saying we broke that low. That means we're bound to go down, which the market did go down, right? The market did go down with this candlestick. It went down from here with this candlestick right here. It went down and then it went up again. Now obviously you're looking at this and saying, okay, this is a correction. So I thought to myself that the market didn't really need to push up this much to go up and retest that, but it could, right? It could. And then you have this. Essentially, I saw this right here, this as a resistance, right? We have this resistance right here, support tend to resistance, because why do I say the support? It actually moves to the left. Also, I'm saying that every time the market touched this point, it pushed above, right? It pushed above. So I thought that the same way the market respects this point, this horizontal line as a support, it's also gonna respect it as a resistance, right? Because now we're below it. So I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, we could sell from here. And what I told myself, the actual lie I told myself about DXY was this was made a long time ago, right? I thought that we were gonna buy and push up before we even consider going down, right? Came to test this low right now. Okay, let me not analyze. So I'm thinking to myself that, okay, we could push up finally go to the top and retest. That was just prompt those this the DXY buys will just prompt my Euro USD sells. That was not the case. As you can see, I have my Asian low and my Asian high. The two horizontal lines that I just tapped, this one and this one. The bottom one, Asian low. The top one, Asian high, right? To my understanding and to the way I trade, once the market crosses my Asian low and we're in a bearish trend and we have a bearish sentiment, we are looking for sells. We are looking to short that pay, that market pay. But it actually didn't happen. And I understand that not every strategy has 100% win rate, right? Certainly not mine. But yeah, it pushed up a little and hit my SL, came back down, came back real down. That's why I had this Asian low right here. I had that to notify me when the market came to cross it again, because that would signal to me that okay, the market maybe a break below it will actually signal to me that the market might be looking to sell now. But it didn't. As you can see, it actually broke the Asian high, which is right there, today's Asian high, which is right there, and actually went above. Now I think it's coming to retest or whatever it's gonna do. I'm not monitoring it as I should be, because I was busy with oil, right? Now EuroCAD. This, yeah, I'm gonna read this reasoning first. This trade failed because I was too greedy and I failed to manage my trade. Most importantly, I failed to set a reachable target. In turn, I got stopped out, right? My target was like a 1:3 something. Like, I think it was like above. It was like right there, or maybe even here. If I'm being honest, let me check. Let me check. EuroCAD. Where was the take profit? The take profit was at 6.398. Yeah, 6.3. Yeah, right at the top, right. 6.398. Right. So I had a 1:3. This is this was foolish of me, right? Because if we look to the left, right, you would have to go very far back to a point where the market has touched that point. To a market to a point where the market has touched that point, right? So instead of putting it where it was right now at like a 1:2, certainly at a 1:2, this would have been just a good trade. What I did wrong is I looked at the money, right, and I got beat. Because one of the trades I entered it there and one of the trades I entered it here. That's why I moved below. As you can see, there's two trades there. There's two trades here, So yeah. This is also why I put down greedy. But most importantly is this trade. This one where I lost. This one where everything compiled and it costed me my whole account. Now, I know I can't re-up or refund the account. Not like add capital to the account again, but it's certainly hurts losing a winning trade. And upon, now looking back now, I know that at a certain point I'll be grateful for this moment, but currently I'm not. How could I be? And it's fully understandable. How could I be grateful now? But I know at a certain point in my life, as time goes on and I keep on trading, I'm going to reach a level that I aspire to get right now. So this is it. This is something that happened. This is something that I caused, and essentially this is something that I paid for. Literally, it's something that I paid for. So to the future me, this is the reason why most traders say don't focus on the money, because the reason why, greed would kill you. So I will probably show this trade, or maybe you'll see it on the market. But if it hits the TP here, I will just show it to you that essentially I was right, and it did hit the TP, but at that point in time I was nowhere to be seen. So guys, leave a like to the video, comment below your experiences, whatever you guys may have went through. Yeah, I just have to fix up. I have to fix up and start trading to improve. Start trading to improve. Yeah, I think that is the ultimate goal. Thank you, everyone. Good luck on your journeys. I hope you don't quit, because this is not gonna make me quit. I've made way more money than I've lost today, right? This is not gonna make me quit, but also this should not be a moment that I take for granted and I just look, or I just pass on and just leave it and just ignore it. That shouldn't be the case for me. And if you've went through something like this before, or even now, it shouldn't be the case for you as well. So thank you guys, and goodbye. Good luck. See you next time. I'm gonna start posting, because I think this is a way of keeping me consistent with my rules. So yeah, goodbye guys.